In the realm of law enforcement, the actions of police officers can often be scrutinized, and instances that lead to significant consequences draw attention. In this particular case, a female police officer finds herself at the center of controversy, ultimately resulting in her termination. The circumstances surrounding her dismissal unfold with a series of events that prompt questions about professional conduct, ethical boundaries, and the responsibilities entrusted to those in uniform. Join us as we delve into the details of why this female cop faced termination after a specific incident, examining the repercussions and implications of her actions. On May 9, 2023, Ryan Gold, a resident of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, was swimming laps in his apartment complex's pool when Anna Ivanova, another resident, approached him. She requested that he swim in the opposite direction, but Mr. Gold declined to change his course. After a collision between Mr. Gold and Miss Ivanova in the pool, a verbal altercation ensued. In response, Miss Ivanova contacted her husband, Benedetto Salvia, who arrived at the pool. The verbal dispute continued, and Mr. Salvia escalated the situation by revealing a firearm tucked into the front of his pants. Concerned, Mr. Gold called 911 to report the incident and awaited the arrival of officers in the parking lot. Officer Bethany Guero from the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department responded and approached Mr. Gold, accompanied by another officer.
Come in, how you doing? Keep your hands out your pockets for me.
I'm not the one with the gun.
Sir, keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone
I
down.
haven't done a crime. Don't talk to me like
Listen
that.
to me. I don't know you.
Listen,
you can put that
I don't
down.
know you. You're the one with the gun. Why?
Get down on the ground now. Get down on the ground.
this?
Get down on the ground.
What the f?
I told you not
That's
to reach for anything.
I haven't committed a crime. You don't have any.
Hands out to your
I
side
haven't
now.
committed a crime.
Now you put your hands behind your back.
You can't detain me for what?
Yes, I can.
For what?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. You're the ones with guns.
Funny?
Yeah, you're arresting me for nothing.
I'm detaining you right
That's
now.
fine. You're detaining me for what crime?
Because you don't want to listen.
That's not a crime. Are your body cams on?
Yes, they sure
Good.
are.
Good. I called you guys for help because this guy's brandishing a gun at me.
Officer Guero approached Mr. Gold, instructing him to keep his hands out of his pockets. Despite Mr. Gold informing her that he was not armed and reaching into his pocket to retrieve his cell phone, Officer Guero ordered him again to keep his hands visible. When Mr. Gold verbally protested, Officer Guero escalated the situation by pointing her firearm at him, commanding him to get on the ground, and subsequently handcuffing him. This occurred despite Mr. Gold not making any threatening moves, and surveillance footage confirmed he was moving away from Officer Guero, with his hands clearly visible at his sides. Legal contexts distinguish between consensual encounters, temporary investigative detentions, or Terry stops, and formal arrests. While Mr. Gold's interaction with Officer Guero should have been consensual, given that he had sought police assistance as a potential victim, a court might consider Officer Guero's reasonable suspicion, albeit based on a factual mistake, justifying a Terry stop. However, even if this were the case, exceeding the constitutionally permissible scope of detention could render Officer Guero's actions unconstitutional. The law allows officers to take reasonable steps to ensure their safety during a Terry stop, but pointing a firearm and handcuffing a suspect may be deemed excessive without an objectively reasonable belief that the individual is potentially dangerous. Since Mr. Gold exhibited no threatening behavior at the time of Officer Guero's actions, he could argue that the encounter exceeded the constitutional limits without probable cause.
Sit down. I didn't say get up. I said sit down.
Who the f is this? Where's your supervisor?
I'm getting
You
one.
see how she's talking to me? I haven't done anything.
You don't
Why am
wanna
I in
listen.
handcuffs? I don't care. You're not my
being
mom.
silly because I'm
You're not my
coming here
dad.
for a gun.
That's fine. I don't have a gun. I haven't committed a crime.
And when I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets,
You're not
you did it.
I didn't commit a crime. You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Why are you yelling at me?
Because I have every
Who
right to
are
right
you?
now.
What's your badge number?
321 Guerrero, Guerri. Make sure you spell it right.
If you're this scared of a guy in a
I've been here
swimsuit,
for 20 years.
you're terrified of a guy in a swimsuit. I didn't do anything.
You can shut your mouth now.
They just detained me. I explained. There's no gun. That guy
I don't
has a gun.
detain anybody for no reason.
Then what reason?
Because I
What
told you
crime
to
did I commit for
Can
you to detain
shut
me?
your mouth so I can explain it to you?
Are you in charge of this lady? Why am I in handcuffs on the ground? Are you a supervisor?
No, he's not.
Can someone explain why I'm handcuffed?
Can you shut your mouth so I can talk to you?
Look at you. You're furious. What did I do?
You did not listen.
You're not my boss.
Listen to me.
I don't need to listen to you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. She doesn't get to detain me.
Yes,
Pull her gun on me.
Because when you put your hands in your pocket and
I didn't commit a crime. I don't care. You're that terrified?
Listen.
You shouldn't be a cop if you're that terrified.
I've been here for 20 years, punk.
Yeah, here. Go somewhere real. You're terrified of Palm Beach Gardens. Are you a supervisor? Can you ask this lady why I'm in handcuffs? Tell her what crime I've committed.
I keep trying to tell you.
Go ahead, what crime?
Talking over me.
What crime?
I get called here because someone is...
What's suspicion?
You don't need to be in crime.
Yes, I do. To detain me, you need suspicion of a crime.
No, you do not.
Yes, you do. You don't know the law? Please explain it to them. You cannot just go around detaining random people.
Can you calm down for a second?
I'm in handcuffs.
Can you calm down? Obviously, we're not getting anywhere.
Stand up. I'll calm down if I can stand up. What did I do?
I'm in charge, not you.
No, you're not.
And you blue nail polish, cute.
Okay.
No,
I'm not gonna do it. What did I do?
Down, all right?
What?
Right now, all I need you to do is keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. Arrest me.
You are under arrest.
I want to. Okay, arrest me.
Go
ahead, take me to jail. Go ahead, take me to jail. Take me to jail right now. Take me to jail.
Oh, I will.
Do it. I'm ready.
Going to.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
What's your name, dude?
Excuse me.
What's your name?
Allow me to stand up.
What's your name?
No.
Negative. Doesn't work that way.
Okay. Tell me what crime I'm here for.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're under arrest.
For what crime?
You have to give your name. You're already on arrest.
That's fine. What crime though?
Don't worry. She already told you.
She's already got
resisting arrest is a secondary charge. That's a secondary charge.
It's not a secondary.
Then take me to jail.
You are going to jail. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Let's go.
The officers notify Mr. Gold that he is facing arrest for resisting, prompting. Mr. Gold to argue that resisting arrest is considered a secondary charge. To comprehend the legal intricacies, it's essential to distinguish between state statutes criminalizing resisting arrest and those prohibiting resisting an officer. Some states only forbid resisting the specific act of arrest, treating it as a secondary charge to the underlying offense. Conversely, states like Florida define resisting as a standalone charge, encompassing any resistance to an officer's duties. In Florida, under Section 843.02 of the statutes, resisting an officer in the lawful execution of their duties is a misdemeanor of the first degree. Courts have ruled that individuals may be convicted of resisting for refusing to comply with a lawful order. For instance, the 2022 case of Senko versus Jackson acknowledged that the statute authorizes arrest for obstructing an officer, including refusal to obey lawful commands. However, the 2010 case of Stamos versus Brown determined that an officer lacked probable cause to arrest someone who initially resisted orders but complied upon subsequent commands. Analyzing Mr. Gold's situation, although he initially didn't comply with Officer Guero's order to keep his hands out of his pockets, he later reached into his pocket for his phone after clarifying that he wasn't the one with the gun. When Officer Guero insisted on maintaining hands-out-of-pockets compliance, Mr. Gold followed her order. A court is likely to conclude that Mr. Gold's actions in retrieving his phone did not constitute knowingly resisting, obstructing, or opposing Officer Guero, especially given his efforts to address her concerns.
Supervisor,
That's fine. I'm ready to go to jail. Take me.
You're gonna go, trust me.
Is your body camera on, sir?
All our body cameras are on.
Perfect.
He came out here. Me and Strzelecki roll up. He's got his hands in his pocket, and I go, bro, take your hands out of your pocket, right? And then when he goes and pulls the phone out, and he goes to put it back. I said, keep your hands out of your pocket. And I drew down on him. I drew down on him.
Okay.
That guy.
Has anybody talked to...
Not yet, because Mike came running out. Joe went running out. I'm over here literally by myself with this f***ing guy.
All right. Are you okay to go talk to her?
Yes.
Insulting me, threatening me. So, I had to call my husband.
Do you wish to tell me what happened here today so I can have a better understanding?
Yeah, I mean, my wife called me. She called me and said that there was a guy harassing her at the pool.
Okay. Was it that guy over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just ran over here. He's obviously a lot bigger than me. And I didn't, want to get involved. I was trying to pull my wife away. And she just got closer.
At what point did the gun become involved? Well, how did he know that you were armed?
I'm not sure.
You told that other officer that you put your hands up like this so that
my wife
the
said
gun is displayed.
I know it didn't come out of the holster or anything like that.
No, I didn't say it came out, but how was he able to know that you were armed? Because he called us and said that you were armed.
I mean, if I lift my shirt up, you could see it.
Okay.
But-
So did you want him to see that you were armed? Did you tell him you were armed?
I don't think so. No.
In contrast to the conflicting narratives provided by Mr. Salvia during his interaction with the officers, the surveillance footage from the pool unequivocally reveals his approach towards Mr. Gold. The footage clearly illustrates Mr. Salvia standing directly in front of Mr. Gold, lifting his shirt to display a concealed firearm in a manner that can be deemed rude, careless, angry, or threatening. Section 790.10 of the Florida statutes outlines that such actions, not in necessary self-defense, constitute a misdemeanor of the first degree. Despite the nearly undeniable evidence from the surveillance footage indicating that Mr. Salvia displayed his firearm in a threatening manner, the question of whether he acted in necessary self-defense arises. According to Section 776.012 of the Florida statutes, an individual is justified in using force when reasonably believing it is necessary to defend against imminent unlawful force. However, Mr. Gold, as depicted in the footage, engaged in a heated verbal exchange, but made no physically threatening actions, maintaining a safe distance from the cupola. It was Mr. Salvia who approached and displayed the firearm. During subsequent police questioning, Mr. Salvia's recollection became hazy, and he expressed discomfort in providing further details. Notably, when asked if he informed Mr. Gold about being armed, Mr. Salvia suggested that lifting his shirt might have served as a form of communication. This raises questions about the credibility of his claim of acting in necessary self-defense. The investigation led to the seizure of Mr. Salvia's firearm, bullets, magazine, and holster, pending further inquiry. Although both Mr. Salvia and Ms. Ivanova were initially released, charges were later filed against Mr. Salvia for improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon. The subsequent dismissal of the charge, following Mr. Salvia's participation in a pre-trial diversion program, gun safety, and anger management classes, raises concerns about the efficacy of the legal response to the incident. The internal affairs investigation led to Officer Guero's termination due to policy violations. However, questions linger regarding the lack of discipline for other officers present during Mr. Gold's arrest, raising concerns about their failure to intervene in Officer Guero's aggressive behavior. Mr. Gold, despite initial non-compliance with Officer Guero's orders, exhibited a commitment to challenging her unlawful conduct by filing complaints and seeking public attention to address the misconduct. He has expressed a willingness to pursue legal action and has actively advocated for reforms within the Palm Beach Gardens PD. Mr. Gold's response to the incident is commended, with the acknowledgement that he may consider legal action to seek justice for the violations he endured.